Trisha Paytas' newfound hobby is live streaming on her main channel. She loves to do it because it's easier than getting a camera set up. She can just talk shit to the camera and just eat. Her live streams have become increasingly clickbaity ever since she started posting them back when her and her husband Moses got cancelled last year. Her views have gone down dramatically as well since getting cancelled, which kind of goes against what her stans was saying about how frenemies would be over without her. However, Ethan is still out here getting lots of views and is currently on the lookout for a new host for frenemies. Trisha's recent live stream titled It's Over was obviously clickbaiting people into thinking that she was maybe going to end her channel for good or that her relationship was over. Now, warning you in advance, you will lose a few brain cells if you watch her full live stream, so don't worry, I broke it down for you to save you an hour of your life. She began live streaming by discussing the title, claiming it wasn't clickbait, but to not worry because her and Moses are still together, and that she would never clickbait that because she's too powerful of a manifester. She also mentioned how in past relationships she believed she actually manifested being cheated on. Now Trisha, as we all know, has been making lots of dice and hair tutorials lately, and they've kind of all failed. Someone had made comments about how she finally managed to figure out how to do her hair with it, and she'd actually responded her mum came around and did her hair for her that day because of the live stream. Yikes. Goodbye to her $30,000 a month hair and makeup stylists. She discussed in her live stream how she can't watch Euphoria or she will be triggered. Then 5 hours ago she was out here on Twitter getting all excited for Euphoria after probably only watching the trailer or one episode as it's being broadcasted at the same time as the Super Bowl. Someone commented, "Isn't this you 5 days ago? So now you're a super fan? Whatever drives up the engagement, I guess."
Was from a legitimate casting company, and I know a lot of the casting companies, so I was like, oh, this is like legitimate. You can pause to read. This is what they were looking for. I was plus size influencer. I don't watch the show. Let me know if there is such a thing as plus size influencer on the show. From what I gather, no, there might be a plus size, like, you know, schmug addict or something, but
So anyway, we're probably going to be seeing a lot more Euphoria-inspired content from Trisha at some point, probably so that she can get some engagement, seeing as her views are so low. Trisha then discussed depression and how she's managed to work through everything, and that she had a breakdown in January actually, after being married, but she felt fine a couple days later. Red flags? Trisha discussed the Tinder Swindler Netflix documentary very, very briefly. We can only imagine why she avoided that topic completely. And then she moved on to the topic of what she was gifting Material Girl Moses for Valentine's Day. In terms of the clickbait title, It's Over, she kept explaining that her clickbait titles are now over forever. She kept confirming that her relationship will never be over until death do them part. She also confirmed she's not pregnant and that everyone will know when that happens, meaning that a Trisha Moses family vlog channel will definitely be underway in the future. Ace Family 2.0 maybe? Trisha's maturity levels are definitely stuck at the levels of a 12-year-old because she literally said in this live stream, and I quote, "I hope he," referring to Moses, "lives to be 88 and I live to be 77 and then we can die together." And then she almost started crying. Now, Frenemies Room on Instagram had an absolute field day over this. The comment section were ripping into her and Moses. Them is so cute she's on the verge of tears. WTF? I always forget that me and Trisha are the same age. Her brain is stuck at like 12 years old. Tell me you're mentally a 12-year-old without telling me you're mentally a 12-year-old. Bury them with their fairy lights. If they are 11 years apart, that makes no sense. Me describing my husband's death, it would be so cute. Dude, someone who is this into depth and this unhinged is going to make sure she goes out in spectacular fashion. Jason, how does that dodged bull taste? She's already talking about him dying. So cute. I have relatives in their 70s and none of them are thinking, would it be so cute if I died? She just watched The Notebook or something. We're gonna die together holding hands. OMG. The person wanting to have kids, everyone. Oh dear, indeed. The constant lip smacking throughout the live stream also had people a little concerned, and she seemed extremely out of breath throughout the whole live stream. She said she was going to take a nap after she'd finished her lunch, which wasn't vegan by the way, so yeah, not many brain cells left after watching that live stream. Also, there was another live stream she'd posted recently that I quickly wanted to bring to light. She'd actually admitted to having ruined people's lives temporarily arbitrarily, even if she didn't think they deserved it. She'd basically said that she's now taking accountability, but fans were very quick to call her out by saying, well, no, accountability isn't just admitting to it, it also means reaching out to people she's wronged privately and apologising to them. People also saying that this whole positive facade she has going on at the moment is very much that of a facade. It's a manipulation tactic she's using to trick everyone into thinking she's changed. So the other day, for those of you who don't know, Trisha and Jacqueline were going off on Twitter about people being jealous of them. They both got roasted, especially Trisha. Well, it turns out she started arguing with people in the comments of one of her tweets. In the original tweet she had said, responding to Jacqueline Hill, I literally could have written this exact tweet. I rarely say this, but the only reason for these type of comments, ... jealousy. Plain and simple. No one's in danger, nothing bad happening, just downright jealousy. And that's so sad. Then someone commented, no, it's actually just because we hate you. To which Trisha responded by screenshotting their Twitter profile and putting it on blast for the whole of her following to see. Very snaky indeed. And the majority of her followers were not impressed with her antics. The top comment under this tweet said, I honestly think it's really screwed up of you to post a screenshot of this person's page. If you're so above everyone, block them. Instead, you just want to incite hate, which is hilarious considering you've spent months blaming H3 for inciting hate towards you and talking about them and other creators/influencers who punch down, saying they go after people with much less followers than them, fully knowing it will send a hate mob. You are the one constantly preaching that people can say whatever they want to public figures on their public platforms. Moving on from this, a Reddit thread that has been gaining a lot of attention at the moment, discussing why Trisha couldn't make the necessary changes before that she's able to make now. They go in depth about the real reason why Trisha's finally changed, if you will, for the better. It states, it's important for people to recognise that even though Trisha was aware that she was engaging in destructive behaviours and expressed a desire to want to change, the reason that she could never successfully change those behaviours before now is because her mental illness requires DBT treatment. She had previously been diagnosed and treated for things like bipolar, etc. It wasn't until a professional finally gave her a correct diagnosis of BPD that she was able to get the treatment she actually needed, which is DBT. The treatment for bipolar and other things she was being misdiagnosed with wasn't doing anything at all to help the actual mental illness she was suffering with. It's because of finally being properly diagnosed and receiving the treatment she actually needed, DBT, that she finally started to be able to change some of the destructive behaviours that she was engaging in. She is less impulsive now. She is less reactionary. She has disengaged from personal feuds. She hasn't created any new personal feuds. She has quit talking negatively about people and things that don't personally involve her. Her spiralling and breakdowns are pretty much non-existent now. This is all thanks to a proper mental health diagnosis that allowed her to finally receive the treatment she needed. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for Trisha now as she continues to make even more progress. So, what are your thoughts on all this drama and Trisha's live streams? Let me know in the comments.